Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Ashran. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys some of the things you can do as a combat rogue in Ashran in order to help your team, your faction, improve and have the best time hanging around on Ashran, enjoying the most that a combat rogue can do. Why am I making a video like this? Me and my buddy Ryan, we went on Ashran and he never really done it, and I don't really go into Ashran that often. But we decided to go in there and spend some serious time, like an hour or two, since my computer was back up to fixed, and I was just trying to stress test it, while on top of it we decided to grab some games, and had a blast hanging around on Ashran. It's a very awesome environment, it's PvP based, it's pretty casual, but also it's epic, and it's magnanimous, and very rewarding if you're able to, you know, pull a strategy together. It's just a lot of fun. The skill cap on it is not too high, not like arenas, but not everything needs to be like, you know, a gladiator kind of like level, gladiator rank, no, rank 1, yeah, it's just a game. And in this game of Ashran, I just have some tips for you guys of how to perform best as a combat rogue to help your team and have the most fun as an experience. So you are a rogue, but you also are a combat rogue, so there's two things to consider. First thing I'm going to cover is team fights and how would you fight in a big team fight, army of alliance versus army of horde. You are pretty well suited to be a frontman because of blade flurry and how many good defensives you have, as well as killing spree and death from above. You're able to go in there and deal the most amount of AoE damage, since blade flurry doesn't have a cap. So if you can get deep into enemy faction, start dealing damage and unable to be hit by anybody during killing spree, plus pop some defensives and maybe have a healer pocket healing you, you can really push horde back simply with damage and your presence. This will force horde to move back to their location and wherever they may be at, if they're on a bridge or maybe they're defending a point. You are a front man and you should utilize it to the best you can. Find openings, go in there, pop a defense if you need it, get a healer to heal on you, but you should be at the front of the group since you just have that much advantage over mass crowds and AoE damage. Another thing you can do as a rogue is to fight on the roads if you wish. That's something a lot of fun that you can do. You have plenty of defensive abilities in order to survive most onslaughts. You have plenty of ways of getting out of tough and tricky situations. And fighting on the road can put some key players that usually would be helpful, like a prot warrior or a DK that have great AoE damage and great as a frontman. You can put them out of combat if, let's say, there's a major fight happening. But putting a couple players out, maybe like a healer or so, usually it's not a lot, but if those players are leaders and if those players are ballsy enough to be the first people, in combat, first ones to lead the charge, those people can really make a difference within the big team fights. So as a rogue, if you are able to go out and just fight on the roads if you wish, you can either have fun making a montage of it, you can have fun messing around with the opposite faction, or just have fun challenging yourself and fighting more than one person at a time. That's something you can do, and something that can be helpful within the actual organization of the, as a rogue and Ashran. But it's also, for the most part, it's a lot of fun because you're able to do that as a rogue. Lastly, as a combat rogue, what you can do is be a boss killer. This brings more to the cleave aspect of the game. Let's say a horde has Chronos and some horde heroes are running around Ashran, and you're just trying to make a push at the horde. You will not be able to push past them unless the boss is dead, so what you do is have Wound Poison, Blade Flurry, get at the boss, and you will cleave anybody behind and around the boss since they have such a huge hitbox, and the Wound Poison will be applied, the damage will be steady, and eventually the melee are going to retreat just because the damage is too much. Once the melee falls too low, everybody seems to pounce on them, so therefore you'll be almost crowd controlling through damage, as well as applying Wound Poison as a healing debuff, and you're pretty good as a boss killer since your AoE isn't noticeable. On top of that, with all the damage reduction abilities that you have, you can easily kill bosses, and you should be the first person on the bosses, as you'll deal the most amount of efficiency damage to them and the most amount of effect within Ashran. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is some of the things that I learned as playing combat. While 1v1s and 1v2s are important, in Ashran is a team effort that counts, so if you want to be the best team player and enjoying the most experience and getting the most out that you can as a combat rogue, with your cleaves and what you can do as a rogue, these are some of the tips of how to do it. Blade Flurry, turn it on, pretty much keep it on the whole time. It'll help out your team win games much faster and have that Wound Poison on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Ashran. Hope you guys enjoy Ashran as much as I do, and I'll see you guys in the next one.